Hello everyone. Today we are going to go through all modules of PoultryOS SAP add-on. This add-on is SAP certified and has various operations in poultry which are covered. Respectively, we have breeder, layers, hatchery, contract broiler farming, bird processing, and feed mill. These are the add-ons that we will be covering in demo. Hello everyone. So now we will be looking at bird processing module. So bird processing it captures slaughter and harvesting process, and input for bird processing will come from mostly predominantly from broiler. So broiler bird will be sent for slaughter and then byproducts will be generated. This can also accept birds from breeder and layers, and it can also do bird procurement on need basis depending on the planning. So it covers this entire processing flow, which will start with the procurement, then the bill of material and ratio planning, then all cost calculations. Plus, it also has uh, packing and generation of finished goods and reports related to processing. So processing reports would have daily production, cost related to those productions, plus bird demand generation based on the orders and based on the inventory flow. So now Gunesh will walk us through the entire module and flow.
Thank you. So bird processing, they have input from coming from the 3 to 4 different ways. So birds you can receive the birds from layer as well as breeder or grandparent, and as well as you can purchase from the outside also. So I'm going to explain you right now, masters. So if you want to lower the other expenses, so that setting also available here. So processing expense types, let's say electricity charges, water charges, and salary. If you want to load, you can go with this. This is the expense type, masters. Then the ledger setting, that is a one-time setting. This financial people is doing this part. So here, if you want to attach your ledger, you can attach here. So then the slaughter part, this is the bomb that we need to define at once. So slaughter pass is nothing but a hanging area part. So you are hanging the birds to the slaughter, then you are getting the whole chicken. Some people calling as a carcass also to whole chicken, liver, gizzard, other offal. So that likes you can define here, and then standard weight also you need to define here. So on the basis of you need to define the standard price also. On the basis of that system, calculating the value percentage. Let's say your bird is rupees is 100 rupees. So from that 99.06 rupees we are loading onto the whole chicken. So like this is system is showing the calculations. If you want to attach your other charges, you define here your other charges, that is a per kg basis. So let's say your kg is 1 kg, so 1 multiplied by 0.28 rupees we are loading onto the byproducts. So this is nothing but the first process.
So this is the slaughter process.
Slaughter process.
Right. So it has weight percentage as well as value percentage.
Value percentage.
Okay. So weight percentage is going to give you output in kg.
Yes.
And value percent will essentially load the cost on that particular weight portion.
Yes. Then once you get the whole bird or carcass, now people will be transferring that whole bird carcass to sometime in blast warehouse, or they can use for making the another byproduct. So that is nothing but a harvesting process. So there also you need to define bombs. So here you can define a number of level bombs. Let's say deskinning, deboning, let's say portioning. So that is level is coming here. So if you want to define number of level, you can define number of level. Level master is available here. So level is coming from this masters. So you can, let's say, if you want to define a special bomb, let's say for McDonald's, let's say KFC. So that bomb also you can define under the level also. And on the basis of that, you can define your byproduct also.
So depending on the size of byproduct that we want for particular, so as you said, for KFC the requirement could be different. For McDonald's requirement in terms of weight and size would be different. So based on that, we can configure different byproducts for their weights and weight ratios essentially.
Yes.
Okay.
Then this is the master. Then the bird receive area is coming to the picture. This is in transactions. So here bird receive for processing. So bird here receive from the GP grandparent as well as breeder as well as layer or boiler also. So here farm name, farm, everything is we are tracking. This is the receive quantity, receive weight, and if there is in transit mortality, you can add here.
So you can also take birds from outside, right?
Yes. So that is coming here the receive from outside also.
Okay. So
Okay.
this is procurement of birds.
Then once you unload a weight, unload a bird into the open your area, then you are hanging to the slaughter. This is the actual process of slaughter.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say right now the bird is received from two different area, and if you want to hang it at once, so that also you can attach. The receive number is there. On the basis of that, you if you want to hang, you can hang multiple farmer batches also. So here system showing how many receive quantity
Mm-hmm.
and how many balance quantity right now is available means that batch. So from that, what is your selected quantity? Then any date on arrival, you can add here date on arrival weight. It's let's say at a time of date on hang quantity also you can add. Let's say any rejections that also if you want to add that also you can add here. So final quantity of hang is here and final hang weight is coming here. So whatever you are getting from the output that BOM, you need to fill here. This is nothing but a receipt portion. This is the final output of that. So it's the actual weight. So here you can add actual weight. Now the system will be loading everything, overhead cost as well as your whole bird value. On the basis of that, system will loading the value onto the your byproducts. So then,
so in first masters we configured bill of material, and here we are actually executing the slaughter process, which is giving us the first output
yes,
of from a complete broiler or a
yes,
bird.
yes. Then after harvesting warehouse, harvesting activity. So in a harvesting activity, your input is different. Let's sometimes your blast whole chicken. Let's say if you keep in the blast freezer, if you want to use that chicken, whole chicken for the cutting, that also you can select here. Fresh chicken also, if you want to select that also you can select here. So on the basis of that, system will be same process like a slaughter. Bomb is coming like a same. This is your input. That time your input only the whole chicken.
Right.
First time your boiler bird, second time your whole chicken or let's say blast chicken like that.
Frozen bird.
Then here charger detail is coming, overhead charges automatically. Then receipt detail. So final receipt is coming here. System showing the standard output, standard price as well.
Okay, so we have to put the
actual. Let's say if you want to compare standard versus actual, you can compare standard versus actual as well.
So this will also have a percentage for wastage, right?
Yes. So we need to define one separate atom for wastage.
Okay.
So that atom will be coming with zero value.
Okay.
So that also can, if you want to add some value, that also you can add. Otherwise, you can go with zero value also.
Okay. So essentially, we can compare what is the standard expected wastage and what is the actual wastage in the process. So we can compare that, and so essentially the final yield would be dependent on that.
Basically, what I'm saying, hang quantity is 100 kg and you get the output from 99 kg. So it's nothing but 1% is lead. One is nothing but your 8%. Like this, you can calculate. If you want to add any tolerance in between that, let's say sometimes you get excess, sometimes you get a shortage, that also facilities available. 5% tolerance, 6% tolerance you can add here. Once you get the byproducts, so packing process is coming into the picture.
Right. So we have done slaughter, then we did harvesting.
Yes.
And now the output from harvesting will be sent to the packing process.
So then packing process is here. So here once again you need to define the packing bomb. Okay. So once you define a packing bomb, it's a one-time activity. Just you need to call your packing bomb onto the production order. Let's say today if you want to pack 100 bags for legs for 200 grams, just call that atom. So system showing what is your base quantity like this. System showing what is your base quantity, what is your ratio. This is a planned quantity. So on the basis of your bomb, and this is your final issue quantity. Means packing item as well as your raw material. So on the basis of that, you can make your chicken fix boxes like this. So let's say legs 200 gram, family pack, Like this, you can make the production.
Then packing material cost and other things are,
yes, we are loading.
so they will get loaded, and accordingly the finished good price or cost will be calculated.
Yes. Then what's happen once you get a finished good, if you want to transfer it to the blast freezer, you can transfer the blast freezer, as well as if you want to transfer the cold room, that also you can transfer the cold room. So here we are transferring the cold room. If there is a shrinkage, system will be calculating the shrinkage also. Let's say your packing weight is 2 kg, and once you transfer the cold room, the blast freezer, and you're transferring from blast freezer to the cold room, if there is any shrinkage, so that also we are loading onto the finished good.
Okay, so we will calculate the shrinkage and cost associated with that, and we will load it back on the finished good.
Okay. So only the report purpose shrinkage is there, value percent not. Okay. So we are loading the value into the finished good. Okay. So once you get the stock, if you want to sell the outside customer, that is nothing but a SAP standard process. From this, you can sell the directly or booking the sales, delivery, sales order like this.
Okay. Okay.
In that, we are given one facility for, let's say, if you have the outlet, different types of outlets, if 100 of outlet, that also we are tracking, but that is like in advance. So its feature is coming recently right now. Then we are given a report as well. So carcass quantity report, daily production report, postmortem report, and daily finished goods yield percentage report also is there. So like this report also available there. And if you want to track the actual expenses versus standard expenses, that also you can track. That is report is available in finance part. Okay. So this is the processing. And another facility, let's say if you want to do the grading of bird, that also you can do. That's grading activity also we are given here. So if you want to do the grading, you can do the bird grading as well.
Okay, so depending on the material or finished good which is required, and weight and size requirement of the finished good. So for example, let's say KFC needs a leg piece which is a 450 gram, and let's say McDonald's needs it at a 400 gram. So depending on that, we can create bill of material specific to that requirement, and that bill of material can be used for harvesting stage.
Yes.
And based on that, we will also have bird selection criteria, where we can select the birds from respective broiler batch depending on the weight and other criteria. So it is linked to that level. So the complete bird selection and bird processing planning can be done through the module.
Yes.
Okay.